Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing this gold eye and red lips look, the classic red lip look that I know a lot of people love, and a lot of people are really scared to wear red lips, but I'm going to teach you how not to be scared. It's really easy, this look. I'll teach you some little tips and tricks along the way, so make sure you keep watching. Yeah, so if you want to learn how to get this Christmassy, summery, goldy, bronzy look with these luscious red lips, then keep on watching. Thanks guys. All right, let's get started on this look. So I've already done my eyebrows, so I'm not touching them, but I'm going to jump in and do foundation straight away. So we're going to go in with primer, again the Arbonne Primer. You should all know, well, you really haven't done like 2 videos, but yes, I love this primer. I do have other primers. I don't know, I just find this one lasts really well. Really smooths the skin out as well. So because there's not a lot of shadow in this, we can jump straight into foundation. So today I'm using something different, and I'm going in with the Erin Bigg, I think it's Luminous foundation. I've got 2 colors that I mixed together. I bought a darker and a light one, so one's called Sweet Almond and one is Cream Beige. Now these are stunning. They're such a beautiful, creamy, luminous, as it says, foundation. But I do have oily skin, and I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't last on me all day, but for the purpose of this video and this look, I'm gonna use it. I'm just going to pick up my little one after here, so I'm not really doing much today, except it's our anniversary, our wedding anniversary, 7 years. 7 years? So I'm just making sure this matches. I always go a little bit darker with the face, because I find that don't stress too much if it's a little bit darker, because once you conceal, it actually lightens it up and it balances your face out, whereas if you go too pale, then you pop concealer on, you can end up looking really pale. So I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender. Now these are cheap, I just buy them from Chi-Chi. And you just do this flicky wrist motion. Wristy motion? No, I'm joking. Just do, yeah, it's like this little flick. Okay, that's done. So, if you do get oily skin, a good alternative to this foundation could be the Stila Stay All Day, but just have to check what it's like on your skin. Just go get a little test done at Mecca and walk around the shops for a bit and just see how you find it lasts on you. So that's foundation done. Now I'll jump straight into eyes, we'll do concealer after. So for this look, is really easy, and it's so pretty. So I'm gonna jump in with this Metalix, Australis Metalix shadow. I'll take that off. It's in Pale Jammin, and it's just this like goldy reflect kind of color. It's so pretty. Let's see if I can do swatch. There, you can see that. It's got almost that wet look. So you can use a brush if you want, but I'm just gonna go ahead with my fingers and pop it straight onto the lid. Now, you don't want to apply too thick of a layer because it is quite creamy and wet, and the thicker the layer, the longer it will take to dry and set. Cool, so that's one, and then I'll just jump to the other one. I did put a bit too much on this finger, so it's fine if it goes onto your crease as well. Don't stress too much. Cool. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with my Colourpop shadow, Super Shock shadow in Amaze. It's a little bit Amaze, this color. It is really nice. It's like another goldy reflect. This is just to set what we've already put on, because you don't want that going anywhere really. So you can use your fingers again, or you can use a wet brush. I find this is fine. Cool, that's just gonna set it, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. You don't want that going nowhere. the worse is when it creases all up. So yeah, I would definitely not recommend to wear the Australis ones on their own, because I find that they do crease a little bit, even though the colours are beautiful. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with like a goldy bronze shade just to do the transition in the crease, using a blending brush. And I'm just going to go in with this, I'm guessing was a MAC brush. It's just a flatter blending brush. I'm going to go in with this shade from the Morphe palette, 350 palette. It's just this one here. It's like an orangey neutral shade. Don't want anything too crazy. And I'm just going to go in the crease. Okay, so that's done. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of a deeper bronze shade, and we're just going to do the outer edges. I'm going to use a flat brush for that. So the MAC 239, which is just a flat one. It is clean, it's just stained. Or maybe I don't get the colour up properly, I'm not sure. But we're going to go in with this colour here from the Morphe palette. It's like a bronzy kind of gold shade. Dip that in, and you just want to pat this on literally into the corners and the outer edge of this of your eye, like in that V shape, sideways V shape. Awesome. Now once that's done, you just want to go back in with a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to use this nail one that I've got. It's a bit more tapered, and I'm just going to blend that. Soften all the edges. Just don't really want harsh lines. Okay, so that's done. So now I'm going to jump in with concealer and just clean up underneath the eye. I'm going to go with my trusted Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral, and I'm just going to put this. And then I'm going to go back in with a beauty blender and just blend that all out. Alright, so once that's blended out, we're just going to set that with some of my Rimmel transparent Stay Matte powder. Whatever you've got, and any loose powder. The Laura Mercier one's really good. Everyone uses that. I actually haven't bought it. I've tried it once, but sometimes cheaper products are just as good. And sometimes they can leave a cast, so I'm literally only going to set under the eye. I don't really want to set anywhere else because I want it to be a bit luminous. I said under the eye and then I've gone and done all that. That's just the places, set the places you get a little bit red. So I've got this big mother effer pimple right there. So we're going to hide that. I've just broken out so bad lately. I don't know what's going on with my skin. This stuff is amazing. It is from a brand called Polar, P-O-L-A, and I think they're Japanese brand. I think you might be able to get it online. It might be similar to a network marketing company. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but I did buy it from like a party. It is, yeah, made in Japan. It is so good. It hides everything, and it also spot treats too. So you only need a tiny bit, but you just got to be careful. You got to make sure it's blended because it can leave a bit of a. Once I just dabbed it on without putting any foundation on, and it looked fine. And then when I went back a while ago to look at it, a while later to look at it, I was like, oh my god, I had these two big splodges on my face. So there's just a few little bastards everywhere. It is good. I find it's really good to, when you spot conceal, always use a fluffy brush because it just blends it much more nicely than your finger, and it gets into all the crevices that you might have in that big mother pimple. So I just always use a blending brush. Yeah, that's right. You go away. Cool, and then just go set that with some setting powder. That's fine. Awesome, that's gone. Okay, so now I'm going to jump in with mascara, and then we're going to do some lashes. So I'm going to go in with my Arbonne Mascara. it's a long story. I just love it because it's really black and it does something for these crappy old lashes. So mascara's on. So much better. I hate when I've got no mascara on my eyes. And now I'm going to jump in and do some individual lashes. So I'm just using these ones from, I think they're Modelrock. So they're just a long knot free. Knot freeze always looks nicer, especially when you've got no eyeliner or anything on, which I don't. Another tip if you want to take them out, I'll do it. Do you guys want a tutorial on how to do lashes? Because I think everybody struggles with lashes, especially individuals. So I might do an actual shoot, but I just bend the package back and then pull them out and place them on the back of my hand like that. Just find it much easier to dip in the glue and then put them on. All right, so with this, I'm just gonna pop them on, just get the tweezers, then I dip it in the glue, which I'm just using the lid of the Stay Matte powder, and then I'm just looking down and putting them on top of my lashes. They're a pain in the ass sometimes. Like if you've got glue on your tweezers and keep sticking to them. Okay, so that's the lashes done. So I just did all the individuals. Yeah, I don't want too dramatic lashes because you don't want to hide all that pretty gold that's on your eyes or anything like that. So now I'm going to go finish under the eye. And I'm going to get my Morphe MB18 brush, which is like that pencil brush. And I'm just going to go in with the Amaze colour from Colourpop. I might have to wet this. I find these colours are a bit, the texture of these eyeshadows they're like a moussey texture. Sometimes when they're, I don't know, they're weird. When they're dry, they don't go on very good. So I'm just going to literally go under the eye with this. Okay, so now I'm going to get the bronze shade that we used before from the Morphe palette. Morphe, however you say it. Which is, where are you? This one here. And I'm going to dip that in there and go on the outside about 3/4 of the way. And that's pretty much it for the eyes. You don't really, I mean, you can do more if you want, but I think that's fine. We'll finish like with the tear ducts once I've done the highlighting and that. So I'm gonna go into bronzer. I'm gonna go into bronzer and I'm going to use Give Me Sun from MAC. And I'm gonna go in with the angled brush. And just bronze up. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the matte gold deposit bronzer as well, and just put that on the same brush and just go over that. Sorry, I've got so much construction going on at the back, I don't know what the hell they're doing all the time. I don't know, I'm weird. Sometimes I don't like blush, so sometimes I use this as a blush instead. So you can use that as a blush if you like, or you can put blush on if you love blush. Okay, so they've done that, and now I'm going to go in with a highlight, and I'm going in with Champagne Pop from Becca. Just using my trusty Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting brush. I'm just going to go on the cheeks there. Okay, so I'm going to get a more densely packed brush. Densely packed brushes are better for when you want more concentration of colour. I'm just going to go in the tear duct with that. And I'm just under the arch of your brow. Cool. done. Okay, so now the fun part. So when you want to do a red lip, it's really important to have your lips well moisturized. So before you start your makeup, as you're doing it as well, put a lip balm on. Now, if you put too much on and you find by the time you get to your lips, it's still quite moist, take some off because you don't want it to be too wet where everything slips and slides. You want it just enough to get that lip pencil moving around easily. Make sure your pencil is really sharp. Probably could do a little bit more sharpening, but it's okay. And I'm using Redd from MAC, which is with a double D at the end, very special. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with this color, and you can start from wherever, but I just always start from the Cupid's bow and just get the shape going. Now you can do this weird dot thing that Erin does, and then they connect the dots, so you do little sections at a time if you're too scared. That's fine, whatever you want to do. And then I start from underneath the middle and go up. Sometimes it's easy to have your your lips naturally, like just natural, instead of doing all these weird crazy moves. Because I mean, you're not walking around going, hi. You're like literally just gonna be natural. Unless you do, that's cool. By filling your lips in, you're gonna stop any bleeding or colour, and if any comes off, you've got that underneath to come through still. Cool. And as you can see in the camera, I don't know why, one side of my face is lopsided. It's so weird. So one side of my lip always looks bigger than the other, but I really struggle to see it in the mirror. It's like how you look fatter on camera. It's like my face looks retarded on camera. Okay, so that's the liner done. Now you can be real cool and special if you want, and you can actually line this on the outside with like a concealer brush. This is a 242 brush from MAC, so it's synthetic. So any synthetic brush, it's fine. And you can like carve out the edge of your lips just to give it that real crisp look. Also, once you've done that, just set that under there with a bit of translucent powder. And that will also help stop any bleeding. Now I'm gonna go in with my favorite red. It's from NYX, NYX. It's a cheap brand from, you can get it from Priceline. Who else sells at Target, or you can get it online. I love this red, it's so nice. Then where's the name? It's Kitten Heels and NYX Liquid Suede. So this is a matte, but yeah, like it says, it's more of a suede finish. It's not like a full-on matte finish. Now, always start in the middle and work up. I really like the tip on this one as well. It's not, some of the matte lipstick tips are really hard to use. I really struggle with them. Cool, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set that all now with my Sephora Beauty Amplifier spray. I actually prefer this setting spray over the MAC Fix Plus. I don't think that does anything. It just makes you look a bit more dewy, but. And it smells so good. Oh. Spray away. So that's done. You can add a gloss if you wanted to, but I don't want it glossy. I want it more matte looking. It's so, yeah, it's such an easy look. It's really nice for Christmas parties, like I said. We have lots of them coming up, functions. Yeah, I just absolutely love this look. If there's any looks you want me to do, or to any how-tos you want to like me to teach you, I can do one on eyebrows, highlighting, contouring, concealing, lip colors. Yeah, just let me know, because I don't know what to do. I don't know what everyone wants to see or what they want to learn. Cool. So, and I'll definitely do one on how to apply. Oh my god, I've got hair everywhere. I'll definitely do one on how to apply lashes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this look, and keep an eye out for my next video. Bye guys.